Punjab Kings. I can't not call them. I mean, I have to still get used to the name. So of course, KL Rahul leads the side, and he's probably the most important player as well at up top. Crazy season last time. Um, Also, of course, Mayank Agarwal, now a seasoned international, did very well last year. And it remains to be seen who they play at three, whether it's Gale or Malan. Maybe they can afford to play Malan with Puran at four. And the problems in this team start off at 5 and 6. Some inexperience there. Shah Rukh Khan, I mean, hopefully he goes well. He's been having a good season, but I mean, Shah Rukh Khan and Deepak Huda at 5 and 6 is not ideal, but I mean, they do qualify as finishers at least, so at least they have that base covered. Then I put in Jordan and Richardson at 7 and 8 just to cover for this batting. So I mean, ideally speaking, I would want Riley Meredith to be in this team. The only thing being then is that Jai Richardson plays at 7, which is I think too high for him. And and finishing off, of course, with Shami, Bishnoi, and Ashwin. I think these three should be a mainstay, but I mean, sometimes they do drop Mash and fit in maybe an Indian fast bowler. So let's see how that goes.
I think Chris Jordan is no better player than Jai Richardson also. I think 7 is a problem there also. I don't think he can play 7 either. Again, in case they lose 2 wickets, and then with Shah Rukh Khan, Huda and Jordan, I think their middle order is almost non-existent.
And is Chris Jordan really going to give you something extra when compared to Moises Henriques with the ball? They keep saying Chris Jordan is an expert, but he just keeps getting whacked. Like
I just can't think of a team with Henriques bowling 4 overs though. It just doesn't sit well with me. I mean,
he probably won't. So I think if they play Henriques over there in that spot, then Huda, Shah Rukh Khan, and if Shah Rukh Khan is bowling, Huda, Shah Rukh Khan, and Henriques 4 overs. I think that's possible. You can get that out of it. So Punjab has always been that bits and pieces.
Who's your opening bowler? Suppose you do play Henriques instead of Jordan. Who are your death bowlers and who's your opening bowler?
Shami and Jai opening. And then they'll finish only for you. You've seen Bishnoi and Murugan Ashwin bowling in the power play, 1 or 2 overs. So 1 over each probably. Or something like that. So
it's not ideal. I mean, you need 3 pacers. And I mean, Jordan does qualify as one.
Or you can even consider Fabian Allen in the number 7 spot instead of Chris Jordan.
So I think what they can do then is they can play Jordan instead of Fabian Allen and play Arshdeep instead of Murugan Ashwin. If they want to play Fabian Allen.
Bowlers though. I think probably Arshdeep, Ishan Patel, one of those guys.
One of them instead of, if you play Allen instead of Jordan, that is. But then again, I don't know if Allen starts at all.
I don't think
if he even gets in a game.
I really rate Allen highly, but then I don't think he's still, their number 7. Probably number 8 is probably okay. Number 7, I'm not too sure, especially because Huda and Shah Rukh Khan are there before him. So, I mean,
really, this is the problem for this team. The middle order batting. I mean, so actually speaking, ideally, if they had not released K. Gautam, he would have been the perfect foil to fit in this middle order, and he also bowls spin. So I mean, I see it as a blunder that they've let him go, because I think he adds balance to the side and gives them what is missing.
I think Jalaj Saxena actually rated really highly among the domestic circuit and all. He's obviously not as good as Gautam in T20s and all, but I think he does a pretty decent job, probably a 70% of what Gautam is. He may not get a game at all, but there is someone who can do something what Gautam does.
Or
probably
actually,
not as well,
Neesham,
but they do have that option.
Even Neesham looks like a bad release at the moment. If you see the number 7 slot, even Neesham
hardly got any games last time, so there is no.
I don't know why they released him.
No point.
I'm saying he would have been a decent player to probably fit in at the number 7 spot.
They may be thinking that they got an upgrade with Henriques.
I think so. I actually think so.
Yeah.
And
so, I mean,
they didn't need it. They already have enough hitters and all that, like Neesham. All they need actually a proper anchorish kind of player who can also accelerate towards the end. I think Henriques does well. Does that well.
But don't you think Shah Rukh Khan number 5 is too high? Like he hasn't proved anything yet. So
that's a problem. The next question I want to ask you guys is Chris Gale or David Malan?
I think Chris Gale starts and then he'll probably be rested in the middle. The reason why he's going to start is the match with Chinnaswamy. First few games with Chinnaswamy. So he will probably play. And then
in my opinion, I'll go with Malan because I think Malan brings that stability and that will probably help KL Rahul play freely, because last time I mean, instead of we had Maxwell in that role, and he obviously didn't score, and because of that, it affected the way KL Rahul also played. So Malan gives that added stability, and with Puran at number 4, you don't really need another aggressive player at 3. So I think Malan can play that type of Kane Williamson role for SRH, where he can just hold the innings together in case the openers fail. So
But now the only thing being is that Chris Gayle also takes his time. So I mean,
yeah,
he does take time to get going. He's not
He
someone who just
does.
throws his wicket in the first 6 balls.
Correct, but I
He's
think he
not.
does make up. It's still pretty. I think
He
last
does.
season he still got about 27, 28 ball 50s, 30 ball
Yeah,
50s. So I think it's
Yeah.
okay.
me,
Especially in
my number
Chinnaswamy, I
3.
think he'll do better. He can score
Yeah,
more
yeah.
freely. I think that's not a problem. I think.
yeah.
So
But yeah,
I think
overall,
actually
do you think
KL Rahul
this
also
team will make
can
the
afford
top
to
4?
play a little similar to what he did last year also if Gale is there. So he can go
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
130 is not a problem because Gale, Pooran, both of them can make up for what he's doing. And if he scores another 600 runs, then I think nobody will
Yeah, I mean,
complain. I
ideally you
think.
want KL Rahul to play the whole innings. I think that works for them as a team. If he
Yeah.
just stays and everyone else goes at it, then you probably looking at Rahul and Malan doing the same thing, which is, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if that's ideal for
Yeah,
them.
correct. So you don't want that. So I think,
Yeah,
but I don't think Gale can play all 14 games.
yeah,
So
it's
Yeah.
not
Malan
possible.
has to play
Yeah.
at least 6, 7 games. So
Yeah.
I think so.
But you overall see this team reaching the top 4?
Last
I
year
think
I did. This time I don't. It's really funny that they had about 50 crores to spend and they've done literally more harm to them than what.
But at
yeah,
the
they have.
same time, you really think about it, they actually fixed their problem. If you actually see last season, the problem was that bowler, other than Shami, wasn't just picking up wickets. They now invested in Richardson and Meredith. But that 5 and 6 spot
Yeah,
again
that
is
was a
just
problem
Only
too
last year.
problem,
open.
This time also it's a problem. No, so I think again
and
it's
they
Yeah,
don't have space for Riley though. I mean, you can
yeah,
have him
no,
in
they
your
don't.
squad. Yeah,
yeah,
That's why. So, but
correct.
unless you
again,
really want
actually they
to.
did solve the problem. Henriquez is a reasonable fix if he plays. I think them getting a team combination right is the
It's
huge
It
a
is,
real
yeah,
struggle.
crucial thing. Yeah,
yeah,
if
yeah,
they chumma chop and change like last time, then it'll be a problem again. They
Or They
lose.
yeah,
can they can just have faith in Richardson at 7 and play Meredith as an out-and-out bowler at 8.
That's
That's up to them.
difficult
That's what I'm
again.
saying. There's no way that any combination works for them.
Yeah, they'll have a problem. They need to find out the best, depending on form and other things. So when they're playing in
they
There's
have to
Chennai and
make
all,
that
if they
hard
play
call. Yeah,
Meredith and Jai Richardson and Shami, then they'll get whacked. Absolutely no place for out and out quick
yeah.
bowlers
See,
there.
yeah.
So
I think that 7th slot, Chris Jordan, Moises Henriques, and Fabian Allen, it will just be a rule.
yeah,
Like,
Mm.
yeah,
yeah,
So yeah, I think that's it for Punjab.
yeah.
yeah,
Again, I mean, an unsettled team. I don't see them making it to the playoffs, but I mean, you never know. They have some standout individuals who can maybe get the job done for them.
yeah,
Out and out killer season to one of them, then they'll probably
Yeah, I mean,
finish fourth.
yeah,
Otherwise, I
happened
don't
last
see.
time, but they just fell short, and I
Yeah,
yeah,
think the
they were
same could
unlucky
happen this
last
time.
time. They
Yeah,
had a few close losses. If they don't have that, they'll probably qualify this time. I don't see them
yeah.
qualifying personally.
But I feel
yeah.
Agarwal has to maintain his form, the form that he played with last season. Then the amount of runs he scored, that is crucial because you just can't have KL Rahul alone scoring. Like Agarwal has to perform like how he did last season.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for Kings. Punjab Kings. Moving on to the next
yeah.
game.
So the next team.